Hello and welcome to, well, actually, financial literacy. So, want to start off by giving some context. It's not a bad class. You know, it is just an extremely funny one with a very eccentric teacher. So, this teacher, he's a coach. He's the coach of a football, or not the football, the water polo team, as well as the financial literacy teacher. So he commands a lot of authority in the class. You know, when you walk in, he always has a very highly raised voice, and he's very direct, and yeah, I think that's pretty coach-like. He treats the class like a coach. So, and it's just extremely funny because he consistently makes like false or how do I want to say this? Statements with missing context in the class, and it's entertaining to some point, but it's also a little bit scary because like he is teaching you about like taxes and stuff, so like it's a little bit disingenuous. Like the first time I noticed that something was a little bit off is when he was talking about excise taxes. Excise taxes, for those who don't know, is like so basically, a cigarette is made, and then the government says, you have to pay $1 for every cigarette that's made. So then, cigarettes cost $1 more to make, just because the government says for every one you make, you have to pay $1. So that's how excise taxes work. And this guy goes, you know what? Excise taxes do tax it, but they also just directly increase the product. If you institute an excise tax of $15, the price of whatever good you're trying to, I built two texts here, a little bit, and neither of them's operating center. Oops. The price of whatever you're trying to buy will also go up by $15, which is wrong. It's like he's assuming that the first goal of corporations is to just scam the consumer, and all the taxes and everything are paid by the consumer, which is to some extent true. I mean, like, the profits go to taxes and such. However, that said, corporations are profit-driven entities. If there's an excise tax of $15, it's not exactly like they will the company will increase the price of whatever good. Let's go tires. He made an example for tires, and he said if you increase an excise tax of a price of a tire from 100 to 115, if you place an excise tax of $15 on it, because the company themselves wouldn't pay for the excise tax, and that's, they're not going to increase it by $15, because if they sell less at $115, because like the starting price was $100, excise tax of $15. If the starting price was $100 and then they added $15 excise tax, the company's not going to charge $115 maybe, if they would make more money at $114 by selling more tires. So then $1 of their profits, more of their profits would go to taxes. But he makes the blanket statement that all of your taxes go to or all the tax increases go directly on the consumer. None inhibits corporation profits, which is just false. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine, right? You're allowed to make generalistic statements in school. I mean, it's necessary. You can't cover everything. That's what going to a graduate school is for. However, he then went in the step next and like basically called everybody out, being like, "You guys don't even know this. How are you gonna vote? How are you gonna make informed decisions when you're?" I didn't really even realize this island was on here. How are you gonna make informed decisions when you vote? And it's just like, he makes a generalistic statement. I won't disagree with that. You know what? Make generalistic statements all the way. That helps with education, whatever. However, if you then go and say you're stupid for not knowing this, and you're making a generalistic statement yourself, because he makes it sound like his fact was just 100% true, and no generalization, which is just false. Because there's more intricacies. Like, why didn't he just mention the intricacies if it's so important, right? So that was the first thing, and then he talks about like penny pinching and like how you can live off lower wages, and then goes to the example of I live off a teacher's salary, so I would know. Now, for an average person, when they hear teacher salary, they're thinking 70 grand a year, right? You know, that's the average in the U.S. 70 grand. Maybe you're thinking 90 grand. It's California, right? We pay our teachers a little bit more. No, it's 100. And you can look up your teacher salary online because they're a government employee. I checked, including pay and benefits. Last year you got paid around $298,000. Just base pay was $130,000. And so it's little disingenuous. He's like, because nobody else is gonna fact check him or do anything like that, and he knows that. I mean, like, I guess not. I maybe I'm the edge case, but like say use yourself as an example to live off penny pinching when you're getting paid so freaking much money and you get all the benefits of being a government employee. And I was just like, man, that's disingenuous. Because like I don't know, because I mean it's making him just look really big, you know. He's making it work. He's living off not much, but it's just like, come on, man. Can you at least say that you're getting paid, you know, 130,000 when you say teacher salary? Because it's a little misleading to the stereotypical thought of a teacher salary, I want to say. And so that's it's just, oh, but it's hilarious because the people in that class are very, let's say, not very academic. And so he makes a lot of references about how college is not so important. I mean, like, fair, college is getting less and less important. Degrees and such are having less and less worth. However, he makes it with the clear intention that he thinks the kids in this class are not going to be going to college, and if so, not a very good one. And it also shows how, like, how he changes the class curriculum depending on the audience, so he can try and impact his ideas on the audience by, you know, by being relatable, by saying you guys are good and nothing's problematic. I didn't build a 3 long here. There we go. And it's also for the first, not even kidding, 3 days on the class, we watched a movie. That was the whole class. We're not even finished with the movie yet because we didn't have enough time, but it was Moneyball. Now, granted, it's an interesting movie, but it's just, this guy has nothing to teach in the class. Like, he himself says that he doesn't have enough content to fill up all the class time, and every day we're going over the same questions. No, I'm not even kidding. I think I'm at 3rd week of school right now, since start of semester. Of course, this is a semester-long class, and we've covered we have 10 multiple choice questions in 3 weeks. Not even like tests or quizzes in 3 weeks. 10 multiple choice questions in 3 weeks. Like, that's an impressively small amount of content to cover. Like, it's like I am literally just bawling my eyes out of boredom half the class, and then other half the class looking up online, just fact checking him because I'm so tired of him making slightly like, they're not untrue statements. He is getting paid on a teacher salary, but it's just like really, and so that's that class. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I have something on my phone, I think. Oh yeah. Also, he gives like return figures, like on interest and stuff, which is fine. You know, certificates of deposits, treasury bonds, all that good stuff. But he gives it examples like how, but without like tax. Because he gave an example one time, and I'll do this with certificates of, or treasury bonds, 2% return rate on, let's say, $100 million, and he was like, they pay out every 6 months the 2%. So you get paid basically $2 million per year, split up every 6 months. So 2% every 6 months, right? And you know what? Fair. However, he leaves out the fact that if you're getting paid 2% and inflation is above 2%, you're actually just losing money. He talks everything about like there's a tycoon and not like there's any economic factors. Like, and then he talks about inflation, like in outside of that, but he doesn't ever talk about it in tandem with the other parts, which is just, you know, extremely weird because, you know, returns on investment are only so valuable if the investments stay valuable, right? Like, if you have if your investment increases by 2%, and inflation's up by 2%, there's nothing's changed, right? You just haven't been able to use your money for however long you put it away in a treasury bond or whatever. And he doesn't mention that. He just mentions the return on the treasury bond and acts like there's no other factors that play into it, or like depreciation. And it's just, I mean, I guess. Oh, interesting plasma being there. What is wrong with my mouse right now? Oh, is that gonna kill it? Yes. Okay. Anything else? I mean, like, it's just, and every day, I mean, so all of his stories suck his own cock. Like, that's, it's a professional cock sucking. He brags about, he says he's from a business family and that he learned all of this stuff at the dinner table, sitting around there when he was young. And it's just like, you know what? Okay, fair. But then he goes on and brags about his family, his brothers, and how all successful they are. And how he doesn't care about money and that it doesn't motivate him. But then he also teaches the class. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. What he's giving advice is what a lot of teenagers don't know. Like, what a certificate of deposit is, for example. What a treasury bond is. How the Federal Reserve, controls interest rates and when is a good time to buy a house. And all that's good information, right? If interest rates are high, it's better to put your money away in a certificate of deposit into a treasury bond and not buy a house, because then you have to pay a lot in interest, and they also tend to be fixed, which means that you're paying a fixed high interest rate instead of a fixed low interest rate. So that's all good stuff, but it's just he then goes on and brags about his friends' achievements and all this, and it's just like, okay, why? He's like, oh yeah, I have a friend. He's a big man. He owns a business down the street, and he tells me all about this stuff. And like, I guess, but it also doesn't really pertain to the class, because that's not why the people join the class. Like, I joined the class because I wanted to know how to do my taxes. It's one of the few things I don't know how to do, and I've never done before, and I want to learn, because I am 18 years old, and I will get a job eventually, right? So I want to know how to do my taxes. And a lot of it is also just him making weird examples. Like, he gave a hypothetical, right, for a car. So for this is a leverage hypothetical. So he gave an example that if you're gonna try to sell your car, right, because you're moving to Hawaii, right, next week, and you want to buy the car or sell the car, and you have a person lined up, right, and they come over, and then you say, I'm moving to Hawaii next week, I need to get rid of this car. Then you've lost leverage, because, well, the guy knows you're desperate to try and get rid of it and can maybe skim you on the price, right? That's fair. And then he goes around and he says, and for an example of this, I walked over to a dealership and said I wouldn't buy the car unless you give me this price. Or like, he basically leveraged that I'm going to go to a different dealership if you are not going to sell me this car. I have this check for $500 below the sale price printed out right here. I can buy this car right now. And basically he got the deal, which is doubtful, because I don't know any dealership that would sell any car for, $11,500, which is the money he used an example, but that could have been like 2008, who knows, when prices were cheaper, car prices were, when everything was cheaper because of inflation. But it's just like, how does that pertain to leverage? Because it wasn't like any fancy maneuvering like the Hawaii example. It was just him saying, I won't buy this car unless you give me a better price, or agree to my price point, or otherwise I will go to a different dealer. Like, I feel like most people already know that, and yeah, man. Also, he is big on slobbering on Elon Musk's cock. Like, frick. Sadly, I don't know if I have enough game time left, but he's always talking about how you should go all in on your beliefs. Like, Elon Musk was like 2007 or 8 or whatever. Sometime in the 2000s, he was doing badly, and he sold PayPal to keep Tesla and SpaceX alive. And that later returned to him being the richest man in the world, because if he had sold Tesla and SpaceX and let it go under, he would still have PayPal, of course, but he wouldn't be the richest man in the world. And he said he went all in, he risked losing everything. Now he's the top of the man, and it's clear that he's like he's encouraging that you go all in, right? That you make risky plays to increase your wealth. But it's like, man, you also don't hear about the people that go all in and fail, because they are not the richest man in the world, He talks all about the success stories, but never has any cautionary tales. he talks about how you should open your own small business, you can franchise out, and how easy it is to make money, but it's like, yeah, of course, all of the ones you see around here are successful, and all the people you talk to are successful, because people aren't as privy to talk about their failures than they are about their successes. You know? And it's just, oh my god. I really lost, oh, something's on fire there. So it's just, and I mean, like, and these are impressionable people, right? These are people that are not too, very, or, I'll say finance savvy. I don't ever want to consider myself a finfluencer or something. That's, like, actually, like, an insult to call somebody that. But yeah, it's just, I just don't like how the risky, and he also talks about, like, he also mentioned call options, and, like, if you know a company's going down, you should buy a put, and how this will help you, like, but, what? At what point is a normal person gonna know whether a public company is gonna go down or like up before, you know, the Wall Street does, right? Like, you are not beating Wall Street to the punch on public availability. Jesus, available information. That's just not how that works. So, you know, it's so much leaving information out, promoting risky behavior, and these are on impressionable, what is it, teenagers, I guess. Oh my god, I sound like a, like, I feel bad for, like, because I know from what I'm sounding like, I'm sure everybody's like, oh my god, this guy thinks he's above, like, I'm not above my team, like, classmates, like, I'm a little bit more finance savvy. There's a guy who can play football in there, and I'm sure would run me over in both football, and any sport, really. Like, that's his abilities. But it's just, but the thing is, nobody else in the class really knows, or I don't think anybody else has really realized that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Does the top teammate want to take connect, or should I? I'm assuming he's going to join top teammate here. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. Man, that guy has some good aim. I need to turn my sensitivity down. Can I fire these? No, I can't. I don't have enough batteries. Can I fire this at anything significant? I don't think so. So, that's general. I think I covered all the bases. I mean, other than that, and bragging about how... Oh, also, he went on a tangent on how good a coach he was. Because he's like, I raised, you know, 7 Olympians and won this many worlds or state championships with my team, and he's always like shitting on how short his teammate and how bad material is working with, and I was like, but despite that, I persevered, and it's like, okay, man, I'm sure you did. Can I shoot up there? No, man. And so I'm like, it's good information overall. I learned stuff in that class. Like, I learned stuff I didn't know before. Like, you know, interest rates. I actually didn't know the part about interest rates. Banks borrowing from banks is set by the Federal Reserve. I didn't know that, but most of it is just bluff, I think, and it's just like, come on, man. Like, I understand you have to simplify things, but please. Please don't mislead people into making, you know, a massive options trading and losing all of their money. Yeah, and it's just like, come on. This is a school here, a civilized environment. Let's have a civilized debate. Something I am not playing well right now. I don't know what's going on with my mouse sensitivity, but I am not able to build. Which is an absolute tragedy. I'm actually gonna build a howitzer here, I think. Ooh, nice. Okay, they have some weapons going up. And, yeah, so... I'm like... a little bit tiring dealing with that, but most of it's not too harmful. I just hope that none of the people invest or bet too much. Like, Don't like go out and borrow some money to go into one of his business plans that he said would be, you know, easy. An idiot could do it. His exact words. He said franchising out stuff was like super easy. Any idiot could do it and run one, and it's easy money. And I was just like, then there would be infinite franchises. I could open up 40 billion if it was that easy. Anybody could, right? So it's just a thing. Like, normally in most classes, I wouldn't have a problem with this because, you know, they're not talking about people's personal finance, people's financial well-being, which is very important. But it's just, this financial literacy class is just like, man. It's like me going to you and saying, because real estate always goes up, it has to goes up, it's free money, you should invest all of your money in real estate, right? Which is like, okay, past history may be true, and it worked for some other people, but you never know. You never know, right? You have to be willing to take some risks, and he doesn't really signify the risks part. He only ever signifies that success is easy as long as you you know, put all your money into a Subway franchise. And I think the nukes really are doing the job here because they're undefended. I didn't actually choose this map. I'm not even the host. Oh, so yeah, the people in that class are also very interesting. The first day I walked in, one of the girls behind me said, "So what is this class about?" Another one said, "Oh yeah, I think it's about stocks or some shit." So, I mean, that's mainly the clientele in that class. Football players, generally the less intellectual. You know, not the Asians I meet in my AP classes. It's everybody else. And if you thought that was racist, you should come to my school and sit in an AP class and then go to a non-AP class. You'll be having the same opinion as me. Alright, come on. Come on. Can this guy die? That'll kill him. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Okay. Thank heck. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed. That was me yapping about my financial literacy class. And killing that guy with terrible building and terrible APM, I hope. But maybe I'll catch the next video. I don't know. See ya.